am here for God, here for God, here for God, oh, here for God, here for God, and God is here for me. I am here for God, here for God, here for God, oh, here for God, here for God, and God is here for me. Today I enter in this infinite accord to be a place for the Spirit of the Lord to go unnoticed as I sing the song and breathe with every moment. I taste, touch, see, hear, and feel I am here for God, here for God, here for God, oh, here for God, here for God, and God is here for me. I am here for God, here for God, here for God, oh, here for God, here for God, and God is here for me. How can I serve thee? Let me know what I can do to be a place of rest and light for you and deep compassion for myself and those who need your loving kindness. Like a jasmine summer breeze, I am here for God, here for God, here for God, oh, here for God, here for God, and God is here for me. Come on, y'all. I am here for God, here for God, here for God, oh, here for God, here for God, and God is here for me. I love my God. I love yours too. It's all the same. A simple truth. I surrender. I give up my heavy load that I've been lugging, like it was a suitcase full of gold. I'll rearrange that, alchemize my past and pain, distilling moments till I witnessed all I've gained. I am here for God, here for God, here for God, oh, here for God, here for God, and God is here for me. Come on, y'all. I am here for God, here for God, here for God, oh, here for God, here for God, and God is here for me. I am here for God, and God is here for me. I am here for God, and God is here for me.
Thank you, Jamie, and thank you, Karen. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Good Friday Forgiveness Circle experience and service. We are so thrilled that you're joining us, either here live in person or whether you're with us remotely through our broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us. So, first order of business, I am Mark Kroll, a practitioner here at the North Hollywood Church of Religious Science, and I will ask you all to turn your devices off, whether you are here with us in person or whether you're tuning in from elsewhere. You do not want to be interrupted from this experience tonight. Thank you in advance. So let's go ahead and turn within. Just take that deep, spirit-filled, loving breath of life of God in. And then release it, recognizing the power, the presence, the principle of God, Source, Spirit, surrounding us in this space, in your space. Absolutely magnificent, lifting us up. It is absolutely the truth of who and what we are. I know that each one of us gathered here tonight is an individual embodiment of an expression of God, Source, Spirit, showing up as love and light and goodness and wholeness, peace, joy, fun, beauty, and grace. And I know our time together is absolutely blessed, that this is an absolutely heaven-raising, hell-releasing experience tonight, that we are uplifted, remembering who and what we are, releasing anything that doesn't serve, knowing the Creator, God, Source, Spirit loves us, likes us exactly as we are. And tonight is the opportunity to remember that, to release anything that gets in the way of that. I'm so grateful for every member of this church, for their consciousness, for their spirit, for their love. I am so grateful for Reverend Sidney bringing this experience to us, being that vessel that allows us to have this experience. It is so good. So with a heart full of joy and gratitude, I release my word into the law of mind, knowing it is done. And so together we say, Amen.
The ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. Come on, y'all. Yeah, we are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. I am, oh, I am, that I am, oh, I am, that I am. Oh, we are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. I am, oh, I am, that 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 I am. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. You sound so lovely. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. Sing it out. Oh, we are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. We are the harvest. We are the harvest we reap. One more time. We are the harvest we reap.
Oh, man. Whew, please be seated. I am so glad that you are here. I really, really am. I'm Reverend Sydney. So I want to talk a little bit about this service tonight before we really dive fully into it. We've changed the order from what we do on a Sunday or Wednesday service, because once we get into the forgiveness process, that walk, the idea is that we don't want to break it up too much. So our purpose here tonight is to walk our souls through a journey of forgiveness, release, and healing. We do that by invoking the energy and the power of the sacred circle. So the archetype of the circle is found throughout humanity's development, and it's anchored in what we call a First Nations tradition. So let us acknowledge and appreciate first the territory and the land upon which we are located. We are on the traditional territory of the Gabrielino Tongva Nation of the Los Angeles Basin. 4 organizations represent this area: the Gabrielino Tongva tribe, known as the hyphen tribe, the Gabrielino/Tongva tribe, known as the / tribe. It's all in the way that it's notated. The Kij Nation, the Gabrielino Band of Mission Indians, and the Gabrielina/Tongva Tribal Council. So why does this matter? It matters because as we move into this practice of forgiveness tonight, we are doing so in the custom and the First Nations tradition of sacred circles. Our intention is to move in that high and holy consciousness of cultural appreciation. And we especially want to be sensitive to the tendency towards cultural appropriation. So cultural appreciation is about honoring a culture. It means respecting, being grateful for, and giving credit to those who have walked a journey that most of us have not. Cultural appropriation is dishonoring or demeaning a culture by the adoption, usually without acknowledgement, of cultural identity markers from subcultures or minority communities into mainstream culture by people with a relatively privileged status. And I'm going to say I own that right here. I'm a white girl raised in Newport Beach, and so I want to honor and absolutely pay homage and respect to those who have gone before me. Cultural appropriation is the act of using elements of an outside, often minority culture, such as knowledge, practices, symbols, without understanding or respecting that original culture and context. So tonight, we honor the land upon which this church is built. We honor the people who lived here generations before we did. And we honor the ancestors whose lives and traditions have been woven into this land and this country. We honor our own ancestors for their lives, their energy, their traditions, and their wisdom. And collectively, we ask permission of all those who have gone before us to move into this sacred circle practice of forgiveness and release. So before we get into the body of this service, we are going to do our affirmative giving first. We're going to do our tithing and blessing of our tithes. So I'm going to invite you to sing the same song that we do on our Sundays, I Am So Blessed. We'll sing it one time. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. So I invite you to join with me in our affirmative giving statement. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and belief. It does good work in the world and returns to me multiplied abundantly. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am very much.
So honored to be here with y'all. I wrote this song about 26 or 27 years ago on a Good Friday at Agape. And Kathleen McNamara, the head of the Pratt Corps there, had just finished her meditation. They had different singers throughout the afternoon. And I went to the piano. And I don't play piano. But I began writing this song. Into your hands I commit my spirit. Into your hands I commit my soul. Into your hands I surrender. Into your hands, oh Lord. I don't know what the divine plan is. I can't make sense of what I can't see. Yet I know that it's in order beyond my wildest dreams. Into your hands I commit my spirit. Into your hands I commit my soul. Into your hands I surrender. Into your hands, oh Lord. Serenity is not the absence of life going on around me. It's the stillness I find at any moment, and the truth that sets me free. Into your hands I commit my spirit. Into your hands I commit my soul. Into your hands I surrender. Into your hands, oh Lord. Into your I commit my spirit into your hands. I commit my soul into your hands. I surrender into your hands, oh Lord. And all the angels sing, into your hands, oh Lord. 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 Sing it up in the people now. Into your hands, oh Lord. Into your hands, oh Lord. Oh, into your hands, oh Lord. 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 My Lord, sweet Lord, dear Lord.
Wow, thank you. All right, wow. So, this whole thing about Good Friday can be rather daunting for some of us, don't you think? We're talking about forgiveness, and that in itself takes courage, and it takes a commitment to one's own sanity and peace. There's a wonderful author by the name of Colin Tipping, and he wrote that forgiveness is a soul-to-soul transaction. It's a soul-to-soul transaction. And there's no requirement that you leave here tonight loving or even liking the person or situation or event, whatever took place, any more than you did when you walked in. There's no requirement. You know, we engage our soul to forgive, we engage our mind to forgive, we engage our hearts to forgive, and it's an onion. There will be tears. And I feel like every time I do this service, I should be handing out onions to everybody so that you can peel it one layer at a time. And you may peel it, and then you may want to put it back. And I totally get it, because it takes time, and it's little by little by little. And it is that idea of into your hands. Into your hands I commit my spirit, my hope, my wish, my faith, my trust, my fear, all of that. And I loved what you were singing earlier, Jamie, that other song about the alchemy that happens, because it's like you're holding a suitcase full of gold, only it's really tarnished gold, because you're carrying this stuff. And so what we want to do tonight is to maybe let a little bit of what's in that suitcase go. Maybe unpack some of it. And if you don't want to, that's okay. You really don't have to. So Marianne Williamson, I remember one time hearing her say that when we forgive someone, we should be at least willing, get to the place where we are at least willing to go to lunch with that person we're trying to forgive. And I thought, you know, I'm not sure if I agree with that, because I know that there are some people that I have forgiven that would still expect me to pick up the check. However, when we understand that any process of forgiveness is about enlarging our own circle of inner peace and freedom, then it becomes a lot easier to give up the stories that have bound us to the past and to our pain. So, you know, the thing happened, or the person did that thing, said that thing, whatever it was, the event happened, and then we create a narrative around it. We create a story around it. And none of that is wrong. None of that is bad. That is just what we do as humans, divine humans, seeking to find a way to travel this path of life. So that is all normal and natural. And so, as I said, tonight you and I are not here necessarily to be willing to fix anything or anyone. We're not here to change anyone. We are here to shift our own perceptions and to see things rightly, not to set things rightly. All right? In fact, if there's something that you and I think that needs fixing, perhaps the best gift we can give ourselves tonight is to simply set aside the desire to fix anything. One step at a time. And as much as I would like to fix so many people I know, I did not get that divine assignment when I pushed through on this planet, although I think I should have been given that job. So I've learned that where there appears to be a human aberration, there always lies beneath it a spiritual aspiration. And I believe I probably got that from Michael Beckwith. So think about that. Where there appears to be a human aberration, there always will be beneath it a spiritual aspiration, a seeking for light, a seeking for good, a seeking for a divine idea to come forth, to emerge. That spiritual aspiration is toward wholeness and peace, always. So I know that we all do have lots of stories, well, at least I do, about stuff that has happened, things that others have done to us. And if I choose to really indulge my sense of victimhood and not enoughness, I could offer you chapter and verse about somebody else's betrayal and wrongdoing. And I'm really good at telling those stories. And this idea of Good Friday is about looking at this thing, this great betrayal, the story of a great betrayal that has happened. And it is that story of a man who walked the earth. We call him our teacher, our elder brother, our spiritual elder brother, our great, not exception, but great example, that guy called Jesus, who was betrayed and crucified and then was transformed. And that is what we seek to understand in that metaphor, in that allegory, in that story of what that means for us. And again, Marianne Williamson seems to be in the ethers tonight for me. I remember her talking about crucifixion. She said, if you are an American in this country, if you are someone of the age of where you're an adult and you have ever dated anyone, you know what crucifixion feels like. And I would have to agree with that, that there are those things that happen to us that feel like crucifixion. And so we want to enlarge our understanding of this and to know that this guy called Jesus, as he entered that tomb, for us the allegory, that metaphor can be, was that a tomb, was that the end, or was that a place of growing, of nurturing, of taking into that place wisdom and allowing for it to come forth so that it no longer becomes a tomb, but it becomes a womb. Because we want to emerge from that tomb of our own suffering into a different version of ourselves. We want to be born as enlightened or lighter, just maybe even lighter beings, right? That's what we want to do. So what I really know is that with each and every story, I can choose to let it define me. It can confine me, it can refine me, or it can outshine me. Or I can choose to move on and leave it behind me. Those stories that I tell, they're like that stuff in the suitcase. So we forgive others not because they deserve forgiveness, but because we deserve peace. We deserve peace. We deserve to be to have a context about ourselves that is not limited to experience, right? That is not limited to what has been done, what has happened, what we have gone through. We deserve to have context about who we are as spiritual beings living in a spiritual universe governed by spiritual laws. That's what we seek to know with everything that happens. And so we want to be able to take that construct of spiritual being, spiritual universe, spiritual law, and to apply that construct, that idea over, under, around that story, that thing that happened, so that we can emerge from that womb, lighter, more aware, perhaps more compassionate towards ourselves and others, and to know that there is a greater story to be told here. Jodi Picoult wrote, "Forgiving isn't something you do for someone else. It's something you do for yourself. It's saying you're not important enough to have a stranglehold on me. It's saying you don't get to trap me in the past. I am worthy of a future." So this day, Good Friday, is this perfect time to rise up in forgiveness and to walk a new story. So I'm not making you give up all your stories altogether, but just how about a better story? How about a new story, right? When we finally let go of our story about something or someone that has been a participant in our own limitation, our pain, our suffering, we free ourselves to actually move in and as the divine. We move in and as that powerful energy of glory. And this is what we really, really want to do. We want to move from glory to glory, from glory to greater glory. We want to move to ever greater glory. We want to shed the skin that brought us here, because it no longer fits. When we are emerging, those old ideas, the old wine bottles for that new wine, because wine symbolizes the vitality of life, so we have become a new level of vitality of life. We don't want to step back into that old story. There's no room for it. There's no room for it. We have grown. So we are here to reveal that true shining nature of our souls. And I think that the universal energy and the consciousness, the collective consciousness around forgiveness is very much higher during this time we call Easter than perhaps any other time of year. And this year in particular, Good Friday falls before Passover and actually during Ramadan. So there's this wonderful holding, this bookending, this archetype of atonement, or some people might say at-one-ment. It plays out a lot during this season, these seasons of humanity. So it is a good time for us to participate in these intentions, the energies of all of these sacred traditions, by simply saying, yes, I am willing. I am willing. And some of you have seen me talk about willingness before. Sometimes it just simply becomes, I am willing to think about being willing, to maybe consider being willing, to be willing, to consider being willing, to forgive. I mean, sometimes we have to get that far away from that thing. And that's okay. That is totally okay. We do this in step by step, brick by brick. So many of us in this room, and those who are online, who are observing and participating in the service, if you're connected with this church or have been raised in a traditional context or any kind of church, you're used to the tradition of the Easter story. But what we seek to find is the aliveness that can be found in this archetype of crucifixion, entombment, and resurrection. All nature experiences a form of resurrection. Crucifixion and resurrection, by the way. The lesser gives way to the greater, and the greater eventually gives way to the greater than that, and the circle of life continues. And we see this all the time. Autumn comes, and it appears that the life force is dissipating. Things turn brown. Leaves change color as they relinquish their vitality. Winter is that archetype for death. In the dead of winter, we always hear that to describe that cold or dreary weather, not so much in Southern California. I kind of like winter here. But I have lived up north, I have lived back east, I have lived all over where I know that winter can be rather gray and rather, it can be depressing. Then spring finally begins to emerge, but only after the release of the life force, right? We have to go through autumn, that silent stillness of nature, and finally spring, the resurrection and the life of something new based on what was there before. That which has died becomes the nourishment for that which is springing to life. And so it is with our own emotional and our spiritual experiences. And how often have we all felt betrayed and crucified by people, by history, by life, or even our own choices? So this time of the tomb, this Friday night experience, this Good Friday of the tomb, is an indication to turn within and to become silent. It's that place of feeling that we call betrayal and suffering that can resemble a cave. It can be like a tomb. And at the same time, if we don't use that time within for recovery and attempt to understand and create a larger understanding of ourselves, it can seem as if we have gotten stuck behind the stone that is in front of that tomb. It can feel as if our bodies are stuck, that there are blocks to our movement, to our inspiration, to our purpose. And all of that is very real when we're in it. And that's one of the reasons that we do this walking process, this movement process, because movement, physical movement, can move spiritual process through you. And it can do it in a much faster way. That's why dancing is so important. Movement is important. Laughing is important. Walking is important, because we are moving the energies of life, the energies of forgiveness, the energies of spirituality. We are moving them through us. I know when I've gone into my own tomb of grief, pain, whatever, I take my stories with me. I take my stories of what happened and how I got hurt, how someone hurt me. But sooner or later, I have to tell a different story because I get so tired of my own mishigas. It's just boring, isn't it? But more than that, quite simply, I want to live. I don't want to live tamped down. I don't want to live tight. I want to live free and open and wide and loud. And, I want people to make fun of me because of all my energy, because I'm good with that. I am totally good with that. We are here for that life energy. And it's not a rehearsal. It is that time to come forth and to be on our own stage, alive and with great power and presence and joy. Or great anger, if that's what it is. That's good too. But to be real and authentic in that. So if I don't clean the filters in my home or in my car, everything gets clogged up, right? Pretty soon stuff doesn't work very well. It's the same thing with my own emotions and my feeling. My body gets stuck. It gets all clogged up. So this is why we want to move through this in a physical way. We are walking our forgiveness. We are walking that journey. So I found this quote. We used to think of health as the absence of disease. Now we think of it in terms of how well our life force flows through our bodies. And so for optimum health, this life force must be able to flow freely. We cannot be healthy if our bodies are clogged with energy, with resentment, anger, sadness, guilt, and grief. So what if tonight we all choose to start creating and telling stories from a greater circle of wisdom and possibility? As I said before, forgiveness is a soul-to-soul transaction. So as we are doing this tonight, can you turn the air on in here? It's a little stuffy, I think. As we are doing this tonight, know that all of us are participating from a soul level and that we are holding each other. Because as each of us, as every one of us moves into another slight bit of willingness or possibility, do you know that we lift everybody? There's this thing called oneness. And so as I begin to release, thank you, as I begin to release and to love, you get to celebrate and be the benefactor of that. And that is my intention here, is to heal all of my stuff, to bring it to the surface, to reveal it, to heal it, so that all of us here can begin to live in a fuller, richer way. Would that be okay with you? Yeah. Okay. So consider that in the field of infinite quantum potentiality in which we all live and move and have our very being, that betrayal, too, is a soul-to-soul transaction. And if you could imagine that whatever has happened was for you to realize and truly experience your oneness with God and your own infinite worth as a spiritual being, would you be willing to tell a greater story? This is the place where we do that. So I have these quotes that I gather from time to time. T.D. Jakes, who is a very progressive, wonderful evangelical preacher in South LA. Forgiveness does not exonerate the perpetrator. Forgiveness liberates the victim. It's the gift you give yourself. Catherine Ponder wrote, when you hold resentment towards another, you are bound to that person or condition by an emotional link that is stronger than steel. Forgiveness is the only way to dissolve that link and get free. And then Ian Van Zandt said, the remedy for life's broken pieces is not classes, workshops, or books. Don't try to heal the broken pieces, just forgive. I'm going to say, come to my classes anyway, please. And then finally from Rumi, the wound is that place where the light gets to enter in, right? That broken place is how the light gets in. So we are here to move not from pain to deeper pain and from story to harder story, to move from peace to greater peace, from glory to greater glory. And so we're going to do that now together. So let me set this up for you a little bit. First of all, if you are streaming from home, you have a couple of options in how you can do this procedure. We have uploaded into the chat an image of a circle, and you can print that out, and you can metaphorically or physically let your finger move across that circle as we do this forgiveness exercise, or set yourself up in your room at home where you have space to walk across from one place to another, because we literally are putting feet to this intention. So this soul-to-soul transaction is designed so that no matter if you are still in a place of holding on or resenting or storytelling, your soul is ready to guide you through and to sustain you. So here's what we are going to do here in the room. Where are my two volunteers? Okay, so if you will stand. Here's how this will go. I will say something like this. I mean, we'll start with the macro areas of life, the big things out here, and then bring them closer and closer into the personal levels. So I might start with something like, if you are willing to forgive the cavemen for killing the woolly mammoths, cross the circle. And so they're going to walk mindfully. And we will be chanting during this. Then they'll get over to, and you don't have to come back to where you started from. Your purses are safe here. You do not have to carry them with you. You can leave them under your chair. You can leave your coats there. And then I might say something like, if you are willing to forgive the meteor that hit the earth billions and billions of years ago, walk across the circle. And they walk across the circle. You will not necessarily end up where you started from, but I promise we'll all still be in this room. Okay, so does everybody understand this? Okay. Volunteers, you can be seated. Okay. So a couple of guidelines. This is for you. Don't try to comfort someone else that you see who has tears and who has feelings going on. Let them be with their feelings. That's how we work it through. That's what this movement is about. Crying is important. If you don't feel like walking the circle at any point, you don't have to. You can sit. You can hold space for someone, or you can just sit. If you are mobility challenged, we also have these circles that you can use for yourself, and Mark is going to hand them out. And you can sit and you can trace across that circle if you like. So would anybody like that so you don't have to move around as much? So you can hold it on your lap. You don't have to do the walk. I know a couple of us we have a couple of people who are recovering from like sprained ankles and hip replacements and that kind of thing. All right. Or take it home with you and do forgiveness work at home. Okay. And the last thing I want to say is you're in a safe place. You are in a safe place, whether you are here or you are streaming. There's no such thing as bad or negative feelings or bad and negative emotions. They are what they are, so feel them. Because until we feel our feelings, we can't heal, and we need to do that. We have practitioners who are here to pray with you later, and I invite you to take advantage of that because they are very good at holding the space for whatever comes up for you. So let them do that. It's their gift and their skill. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and start. Let's go ahead and get the music going. And I invite you to stand and prepare yourself to walk across the circle. If you are willing to forgive a natural event in history, such as an earthquake, a storm, or a meteor, walk across the circle.
I forgive you. I forgive you. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I forgive you. I forgive you. I'm ready for my change. Oh, I'm ready for my change.
If you are willing to forgive a war that happened before or during your lifetime, walk the circle.
I forgive you. I forgive you. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I forgive you. I forgive you. I'm ready for my change.
And if you are ready and willing to forgive either the First or the Second World War, walk across the circle.
Change. I forgive you. I forgive you. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I forgive you. I forgive you. I'm ready for.
And if you are willing to forgive the actions of another country, walk the circle.
My change. I forgive you. I forgive you. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I forgive you. I forgive you.
And if you are willing to forgive a world leader or the government of another country, walk the circle.
I'm ready for change.
Just keep it going, keep it going, keep it going.
I forgive you. I forgive you. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go.
And if you are willing to forgive the government or the leadership of this country, walk the circle.
I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change. I forgive you. I forgive you. Everything that I've been holding on.
And if you are willing to forgive a political party that you disagree with, walk the circle.
I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change.
If you are willing to forgive an election or a vote or a decision that has been made, walk the circle.
I forgive you. I forgive you. I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for.
If you are willing to forgive people in your neighborhood or in your city, walk the circle.
I forgive you. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I forgive you. I forgive you. I'm ready.
If you are willing to forgive a church, a religion, or a religious leader, walk the circle.
I forgive you. I
you are willing to forgive a school or a teacher, walk the circle. If you are willing to forgive a grandparent or a great-grandparent, walk the circle.
I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change. I forgive you. I forgive you.
If you are willing to forgive an aunt or an uncle or a cousin, walk the circle.
I let go. I forgive you. I forgive you. I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change. I forgive you.
And if you are willing to forgive a spouse or an ex-spouse, walk the circle.
Holding on to, I let go. I forgive you. I forgive you. I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change.
If you are willing to forgive a friend or a stranger, walk the circle.
Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I forgive you. I forgive you. I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change.
And if you are willing to forgive
I forgive you.
your mother,
I
your father,
forgive you.
a parent, walk the circle.
Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I forgive you. I forgive you. I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change.
If you are willing to forgive a sibling, walk the circle.
I forgive you. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I forgive you. I forgive you. I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for.
And if you are willing to forgive a child, your child, a child, any child, walk the circle.
I forgive you. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I forgive you. I forgive you. I'm ready for my change.
And if you are willing to forgive someone someone you loved, who died and left you, walk the circle.
I forgive you. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I forgive you. I forgive you. I'm ready
If you are willing to forgive a pet, an animal that bit you, that hurt you, or scratched you, walk the circle.
I forgive you. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I forgive you. I forgive you all. I'm ready for my change.
And finally, if you are willing to forgive yourself for anything you have done, any choices you've made, any words you have spoken, or thoughts that you have thought, to forgive yourself, walk the circle. I forgive me. I forgive me. I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change. I forgive me. Sing it with us. I forgive me. Anything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I forgive me. I forgive me. I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change. I invite you to sit, to take a breath, to be present where your body is. While we sing Blessed Always, and just allow your mind, your heart to relax into that.
Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Blessed always,
Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. One more time. Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. And in the same consciousness, I invite you to turn within easily. Just breathe into this space. Be where your body is. As we recognize that we have been brought here by the divine intention of Spirit itself, so that we might reclaim and know who we are as divine beings, so that we might transcend anything that has kept us in the dark, so that we might move beyond an idea of a tomb into the consciousness of birth, this womb, of coming into a transcendent life, a transformed life, a new understanding, a new awareness of who we are as divine creations of Spirit. that we know that we are here to move not into story, but from glory to greater glory, to even ever greater glory. We celebrate that. We know it for ourselves, we know it for each other. And we are grateful to know that the vibrations of this experience will go on after this night. That the ripples will continue, that they go beyond this room, they go beyond this church, they touch all churches everywhere, all beings, all paths to God are blessed by this intention. So we know that life is indeed an expression of God, of love, of peace, of beauty. We celebrate that, we resonate in that. We release all of this, here and now we let it go, and together we say, Amen.
We want to thank Karen, Jamie, all the volunteers, our digital ministry team, and especially Reverend Sidney for this experience tonight. Thank you so much. I have announcements. On your bulletin, you will see how to make donations to our church through our text-to-give number, the QR code, or through our website, nhcrs.org/give. Prayer with a practitioner is available after service in the sanctuary as well as on Zoom. Remember, we have junior church every Sunday morning, 9:45. Next Wednesday night healing service with practitioner Liz Racy, meditations at 6:50 and the service at 7 p.m. Liz's topic next week is faith, trusting, knowing, transcending. Gourmets for God update. Thank you for your generous support of our church. Stop by the Gourmets for God table on Sunday to pick up and pay for your tickets. This Sunday, March 31st, there will be an egg hunt and a visit from the Easter Bunny immediately following the 9:45 service for youth ages 10 and younger. Rain or shine, right?
Rain or shine.
Rain or shine.
We got a plan.
If you would like to donate filled plastic eggs, you still have a chance. Please bring them to the church office before 9 a.m. on Sunday. On Sunday, April 7th, that'll be the Sunday after this coming Sunday, Easter. Sunday, April 7th, join us for, number one, a free and delicious pancake breakfast on the patio. There's also the men's group meeting at 11 a.m. in the Ernest Holmes room. There is the women's group meeting at 1 p.m. in the junior church, and our guest speaker for that meeting is artist and practitioner Ed Rubin, who will be talking on art as a spiritual practice.
So I just want to be clear, Ed is speaking for the women's group, not for that service, but for the women's group, right?
That is correct.
Awesome. Oh, he is so
speaking
fantastic.
at the women's group.
Yay.
And also, the following Sunday, don't miss out, Sunday, April 14th, 4 p.m. in the sanctuary, Joanne O'Brien presents her Yesterday Once More concert, The Sounds of Karen Carpenter. Recently back from a 41-city tour, Joanne graces us with her phenomenally successful one-woman show. Tickets are $25 and are available Sunday on the patio, and also they're available on the website. Also in April, foundational class with Reverend Sidney Steen on Zoom, 10 Mondays, beginning on Monday, April 22nd, from 7 to 9:30 p.m. This dynamic class teaches science of mind principles and how to use spiritual law to create and celebrate the life you want. It will anchor you powerfully in meditation and affirmative prayer. The cost is $245, or 2 installments of $135 each, which would be due, the first installment due week 1, the second installment due week 5. You can sign up online starting this Sunday. There's a Zoom virtual patio before and after Sunday and Wednesday services. There is a Zoom meditation every morning, Monday through Saturday, from 7:55 a.m. to 8:15. Visit our website, nhcrs.org, for Zoom links, information, and to sign up for weekly e-blasts and our monthly newsletters. Thank you.
Thank you. How's everybody doing? You still moving? So I'll tell you, the best way to follow up a forgiveness service is with cookies. And we have a lot of them outside on the patio, so I hope that you will join us. We have pulled the covers down so it won't be too breezy, and I'm fairly certain that Araceli will have already turned the heaters on. So please join us, and let's just spend time together. So I am going to close our service. I want to thank you again, everybody, for being here. And so here's what I have to say. Thank you for letting me be myself. Yeah. So I often close our Wednesday night services with an affirmation that I first started hearing when I came into this teaching when I was about 9 years old. And this is from the minister I had back then. And you will hear me do this a lot because I love this. And it is this: I surround each soul here in a circle of infinite life protection. A spiritual magic tube which is impenetrable, invulnerable, and invincible. A ring past not, nothing shall touch them but the direct action of God, and that is love. This is the truth. God knows it, I know it, and I know that I know it, and so it is. And so would you stand with me and we will say our closing affirmation. Repeat after me, please. I am at home in the heart of God.
I am at home in the heart of God.
My life is anchored in truth. I can never be separate. I live in the consciousness of peace. I release all fear. I am living love. Thank you for being here. Have a blessed weekend.